its eyes. Look, he's got no eyelids. His eyes are pinned wide open. They sleep with their eyes open. That makes them really weird. That's why you're afraid of them, because they're different. Imagine if your eyes are pinned open all the time. People say, what's wrong with you? Right? Because your eyes are always open. But that's what he does. He can't close them. I could actually touch his eyelid. It's got a hard scale over it. So it's not like yours and mine where I just poke you in the eye, you'd hurt. Yep. Snake charmers. I've been called that.
What are they doing?
Except you don't need a flute.
More nonsense. Well, they play that da-da-da-da, and the Cobra, which they devenomize, right? They cut the poison gland out so the guy's not in any danger. So it's a venomous cobra, but it's devenomized. And then it's moving because it's afraid of the person to the swaying of his body. And they make it dance. And he really wants that guy to stop, and he's going to strike. And oftentimes they do strike at the person, but not all the way to the person, because they don't want to get into a conflict with a person because you're really big. So they're just moving to the swaying. The music's got nothing to do with it. You could be playing Led Zeppelin, and he'd still sway to his body movement. So that's another old wives' tale about snakes. They charm people, right? People think they can hypnotize or mesmerize people who are of weak mind, which is crazy when you think about it. The animal just wants to move around. He wants to be on his own.
Dad, touch it.
Yeah.
He's a sweetie.
Yeah, Casper's very mellow. Very mellow snake, because he's been around people. He knows your scent. He knows you're not going to harm him. He knows you're something he doesn't want to eat.
I have a page.
He's a rat snake. What does he want?
Rats.
Popularity?
Rats.
You said snakes urinate through their tails?
No, I didn't say that at all.
Okay.
I said they come out a little opening right there. See that scale is different from the others?
Okay, nobody on film needs to see that.
No, well, you never know. You might get more hits with that. You'd be surprised. Okay, what did I miss?
Oh, and one more thing. I wanted to see that. I wanted to wrap that thing around my neck. Well, the other snake. The other snake, I meant.
He gets too nervous. Where did Susie go?
I meant the other snake. My bad.
Okay. Questions about snakes before we go on to the next?
Did they have any ancestors back then, like Titanoboa?
Yeah, I guess you saw the Titanoboa special. That was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
They found one vertebrae, and they reconstructed what they think is a 50-foot snake.
They had other
I think you're
snakes
right.
related.
They had snake vertebrae, and that was a gigantic one. So it came from a gigantic animal, but it was all subjected to what they thought it looked like. I thought it was very well done. But I believe that happened, that there was nothing there. There was bigger prey in a lot of area. The snakes would get that big. That was a true story, too, about Teddy Roosevelt putting a bounty on snakes. He wanted one that was 30 feet. He's the founder of the Bronx Zoo, as well as many other things. And they never found a snake 30 feet, even back in 1900-something. No 30-footers. We've seen 25 and 24 and a half, but never found a 30-foot snake. So Titanoboa at 50 feet is really over the top. Talk to him. He's the Titanoboa guy, not me. That's fossils. I don't do that.
I'm talking about the mongoose.
The mongoose.
Yeah, mongoose eats snakes.
I gotta get that to the house.
Well, it's a mongoose.
Okay,
Snake's
anybody else over
natural.
here? Snake questions? Staff? Hold snake. Hold snake. Stay still. All right, you might do this thing though, but you can take that. Okay, now we're gonna find something that's closely related to a snake, but it's not a snake.
Is it another one? Right, please tell me it's a marine iguana.
If I hear your voice, you're leaving. That's
Any
two
idea?
strikes.
Any idea? Going
Do
once,
not
going
talk.
twice?
Do
It's the-
not talk.
Oh my God,
And do
yeah.
not get up.
There goes Sam again.
Is that a Gila monster?
It's a lizard called a
I said
blue-tongued
don't
skink.
talk.
Appropriately named. Look at that tongue. Let me see your tongue. Pink. You're pink tongue. Pink tongues. You're all pink tongues. An Australian blue-tongued skink. I know many people from Australia, they call them blueies. Oh, about those in my backyard, right? The blueies. The bluey is a very aggressive animal in nature, but when they're in captivity and become somebody's pet, my goodness, they are the kindest, gentlest, easiest to take care of animal I've ever had. Everybody say hello to Azul.
Hello, Azul.
Azul is 23 years old.
That's
Still
not
going
so.
strong. Lives in a little tiny enclosure. She likes tight spaces. She burrows under the ground. That's where she lives when she's home in Australia. Everybody's around me. What's happening?
We just want to touch it
Yeah.
and befriend it.
Want to feel?
I call dibs.
You got dibs on that too?
Can I at least take a pic of him?
Yeah, sure.
Get ready, little guy. Got him.
You got his tongue coming out? That's pretty good.
He's one sweet guy.
You gotta get a quick flat.
Is he related to the Gila monster?
They're related that they're both lizards, but they're in a different family altogether.
I'm pretty sure a Gila monster is an amphibian.
No, 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 no.
I think so, yeah.
I hope we're not recording that.
I'll check everything you read.
It's a Gila monster is a lizard, which is in the reptile world.
So is a blue-tongued skink. And look
So
at
is a
that.
blue-tongued skink. So I use blue-tongued skinks in all my educational shows. Number one, because they're quite handleable. Hold it. No. Here we go. Hold it out. Spread them a little bit. Just go down to the leg. There you go. The lizard tamer, right? Lizard whisperers. They're really that easy to take care of. They're so much fun. There's many different species of these. All around Indonesia, Australia. The Australian ones are nice ones. Yeah, hang on. We can't all do this because I got to talk. I have a hard time multitasking. We can do it really quick. Yeah, that's what I want to get into. I don't want to do a holding session for be here all day. All right.
I just wanted to get some zoom in.
And drop them. Okay, one more. Let's do it. That's it. Let me talk about them first, then we'll do some holding after. Okay. Number one, it's a reptile, just like the snake. Number two, it's got scales, just like the snake. Number three, it's cold-blooded, just like the snake. Number four, it's got legs and arms. So would that make it a snake? It can't be a snake, right? He's a lizard, but we do have animals that are lizards that don't have arms and legs. What's the difference between a snake and a lizard?
Can't get it.
You're trying to get the tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a video. You'll be here all day.
Oh, I'll do a video.
I can't make her stick it out. She just does it when she feels like it.
Okay.
I'm already getting it on
Video,
footage.
Extract the
Doing a
footage.
video. Okay. Thank you.
You're not the only one who had it on footage.
Between these two reptiles, one's a lizard, one's a snake. Do we know the difference?
A snake has legs.
Snakes have no legs.
No, the legs really aren't it. That's not the answer. It's the obvious answer, but that's not the answer. That's why it's a good question.
They both have scales.
What does the lizard have that the snake doesn't have?
Ears.
Ear openings. No such thing as a snake with an ear opening. No such thing as a snake with no arms and legs. But there's lizard has an ear opening. That's what differentiates it. And then, when Azul goes to sleep at night, what does she do?
Close his
She
eyes.
closes her eyelids.
It's
Now,
adorable.
there are exceptions. There are earless lizards in Borneo, and there are geckos that don't have eyelids and lick their eyeballs with their tongue. But those are the two things that really separate them, right? That's the difference between the two.
Easy.
I don't know if they gave me a third lizard here. I don't think so. Okay, yeah. So that's really the difference, and that's why we use Azul. The other part I love about it, as far as keeping an animal, small enclosure, and she's an omnivore. Herbivores want nothing but veggies. Insectivores, you gotta go come see me all the time about crickets. People go crazy with it. Carnivores want to eat meat, all kinds of protein. But an omnivore is like us. We're omnivores. We eat everything, right? We eat those things from 7-Eleven. I don't even know what it is, but we eat them. We're omnivores. We'll eat anything you put in front of us, and that's what a blue-tongued skink is. The greatest animal at Thanksgiving. It's table scraps all night. Doesn't matter what it is. Turkey, corn, sweet potatoes, pasta, you name it. At a barbecue, hamburgers, hot dogs, mustard, ketchup, doesn't matter. Spaghetti and meatballs, oh my God, you think this
Not
thing is
metal.
from Italy. She just loves all kinds of table scraps, but there's store-bought food, and then there's all the live mice and the crickets and the insects, so it's really simple to keep a blue-tongued skink. You don't gotta go running to see Jungle Bob's 3 times a week like most of my customers do to get the right food, okay?
It's a good thing reptiles don't eat metal.
So what? I know Coyote very well. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. You like Coyote? He was at my store last year. He came to see me. Yeah, so Coyote, everybody know Coyote Peterson, the YouTube star? Yeah, all the young kids know Coyote Peterson. We became fast friends because of our common love for different animals, and I spent 25 years doing shows trying not to get bit, and he spent 5 years doing shows getting bit, and he's worth $10 million, and I'm out here 2 hours stuck in traffic in Bridgehampton. You know, but Kyrie's going to land in his helicopter, right? He's starting a new series. We just talked just the other day, as a matter of fact, and he promised me again.
There's a helicopter
he came out to the
pad
store
here?
in Selden, our main pet store, and literally shut the town down. So many people came to go see Coyote for free, it got really out of hand. So he's trying to come back again, and we're going to do something with tickets and space it out a little bit. He wears my hat, he wears my boots, he wears everything I wear. He says the same thing, but he lets things bite him all day long and films it while he's doing it. I don't know how I missed that. I've been bitten 600-700 times by animals, but I don't tell anybody about it. Or he does it on purpose. Have you seen this guy? Yeah. He went and got bitten by the top 20 insects, one by one on purpose, and I know him, so that 36 hours, he was in writhing pain. But he got 2 billion hits, so who cares, right? The painometer, or whatever it was, stingometer, whatever it is, I don't know. It's God bless him for doing all that. But yeah, so when guys like that come into town, they come to Jungle Bob, and I rent them all my animals. So we go on Colbert, and we, Johnny Carson, that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, that's true.
Whoever the guy du jour is, used to go to the Wild Kingdom guys, but they're all gone. Okay, there's the skink. Want to walk around with the skink? Susie, walk around if anybody didn't get a chance to see. While I do the next one.
Who's next?
I knew he was going to go, just a matter of... Wait, did Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, Rachel. Where's the guy with the camera? See? The snake did a dookie on Rachel, leaving you.
Sorry, didn't see it.
I saved you. I saved you. You have the misgiven facts. All right, next up, we're going to go to the land of Chelonians. Chelonians. I stopped at the farm stand. What did I get?
Lettuce, bok choy, cabbage, chives.
Collard greens. Here, hold on. Collard greens. Highly nutritious, high in calcium, loved by people worldwide who can't afford anything better. But no one loves it more than tortoise.
Ooh, I know that thing. Get my jig.
Listen, a tortoise. Frank, we got turtles out there? I'm sure you do. Water turtles. Turtles and tortoises are also confused, and there's a very fine line. They throw the word terrapin in the middle, and it's all confusing. But for the most part, a tortoise is a shelled reptile like a turtle. But look at his feet here. He's a land dweller. This is a guy from the Sahara. You guys got to sit so everybody else can see. I just want him with me. Okay, thanks. Look at his feet. He's got feet almost like an elephant in the back. You see that? He doesn't have flippers. You never hear of a sea tortoise. They're always turtles. They got flippers. They're out in the ocean. Water turtles are probably out here. We got painted turtles and things like that. They have more flippers on their feet. Now there are exceptions. Box turtles are also out here in the yard, and they're kind of in between. We just call them turtles, but they act more like a tortoise with a high shell. Turtles have a slim shell, and then the diet's somewhat different. But mostly it's habitat, right?
Jadugas.
I could imagine turtles are not friendly. Tortoises are much better. We always recommend people come into the store and want a pet turtle, and they have a little child, and I'm like, let's look at the tortoise section. Because turtles do what? They swim in the water. And guess what else they do in the water? They go to the bathroom in the water. So the water has always got a bit of a contamination to it. And if little kids are involved, you don't want them putting their hands in the water and then touching their mouth, their face, their eyes, right? Where a tortoise, he might go to the bathroom, but he's walking away from it. So his shell is never covered with anything. So if you're an adult teenager who's responsible enough, turtles are a great hobby. But I like tortoises better. And tortoises are very animated, and they're always hungry. So if you pull that about 6 inches away from his face and show it up to him, they can't resist something like a collard green. They just have to have it. If we put him out in the grass here, he'll just mow the lawn like a cow for hours and hours and hours. He eats fast, and the weird thing is he really doesn't have teeth like you and I. He's got a mouth with 2 plates, and they come down like this, and they chop the food
It's like a
dog
really
cuts it with
big
the
beak.
knife, right? They chop the food. You can see. Hold the collard green up where you just bit it. Look what he just did. See? He's taking it off piece by piece. He's not really chewing it. He's taking a bite out and swallowing. And for an animal that eats nothing but that, he's a straight herbivore. Where he comes from in the Sahara Desert, the southern part of it, it's mostly hay and grass and cactus. He doesn't get things like collard greens. That's like juicy to him, right? That's really good stuff. He gets dry food. And these animals have been known to live 150 years in the most inhospitable